Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Klamath Falls Falcons Baseball on 104.3 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. The Falcons' long road trip continues today in the climate city of Grants Pass, Oregon. As we come to you live from Grants Pass High School, my name is Josh Eldridge. Walter Hartley alongside with me today as we get ready for a dose of Legion baseball. A single nine-inning affair in front of us today is the Klamath Falls Falcons on the road to take on the Grants Pass Cavemen 19U independent team. The Cavemen enter play today with a 6-2 overall record, winners of their last 5 consecutive ball games. The Falcons, though, equally as hot, a 9-1 overall record and winners of their last 6 ball games. We'll take a look at the history between these two teams. It is the second meeting of the season between the Falcons and the Cavemen. We'll discuss their last meeting, which was back on June 10th, and get ready for first pitch just around the corner. More Falcons baseball coming up on 104.3 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
And welcome you back to Klamath Falls Falcons baseball as we enter the top of the first inning. 1 pitch and an out here as Carson Sims flies out on the first pitch of the ball game, flying out to right field. And there's 1 gone as we welcome you back here to Grants Pass High School, home of the Cavemen, as the Falcons getting ready to go here today. 1 out, top of the first inning. Here's Jacoby Tacchini. After Tacchini in the order, Ian Meyer bats third. He's playing first base today. Corbin Hamilton, the right fielder, hits cleanup. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jacoby Nickerson. P.J. Safford's at third base, hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Chase Barrett in left field. Ty Teeters is at second base, batting eighth, and hitting ninth is Harley Hoblet in center for the Falcons. As that pitch, I believe, was called a ball. Count is 1-0 to Jacoby Tacchini. Second time these two teams have met this season. It was the season opener for Klamath Falls back on June 10th, and an 11-4 win for the Falcons back at Kiger Stadium. But now Cavemen looking to defend their home field. There's an 0-2 count on Jacoby Tacchini. Cam Holland on the hill. The right-hander delivers, and that one misses low and away. Count is 1-2. Holland was actually the starting pitcher when these two teams met back on June 10th. And for him in that outing, pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, only 1 earned run. He struck out 6 batters. Holland did, though, walk 4 batters, and it helped the Falcons score a bit against him, especially later on in that outing. Tacchini bounces one over to short. Powers plays it on 2 hops and throws to first in time. And there's 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. Again, a 9-inning affair today, just a single game for the Falcons on game number 5 of their 10-game road trip that continues every single weekday this week. They play on Tuesday in Philomath. They'll play Wednesday against Eugene, Thursday against a team out of Salem, and then Friday on their trip back down I-5, they stop in Roseburg. As the first pitch to Ian Meyer is going to miss downstairs. The count is 1-0. Meyer was 4 for 4 back on June 10th when these two teams first played. Didn't have any RBIs, but he did score 4 runs each time around the pillows as he takes ball 2 inside that time. The Falcons in their brand new red uniforms this afternoon. Gray pants today for Klamath Falls. The Cavemen in their white jerseys today, white pants. They've got blue sleeves and blue numbers across their back as Meyer takes a pitch called a strike right around the knees over the heart of the plate. Count is 2-1 to Ian Meyer with Corbin Hamilton waiting on deck. Here's the delivery from Cam Holland. Meyer slices that one foul, and there's 2 strikes on him. 87 degrees as we hit first pitch here in the Climate City. I imagine it's going to pretty much stay this warm. 84, maybe 80 by the time that festivities conclude tonight, although still a warm night here in Grants Pass. The 2-strike pitch to Meyer is another grounder towards the left side. Backhanded by Powers at short. The throw across the diamond is going to short hop the first baseman, and Meyer beats out the infield single. Can't take away the effort by Powers, though, on a backhanding a deep one there, but Meyer still beats out the infield single. It extends the inning and brings up Corbin Hamilton.
Yeah, it's you mentioned the temperature. It's sunny as well, not a cloud in the sky. I noticed a pool party on the way here.
Yeah, the public pool is right over left field side. There was quite a lot of screaming and stuff going on when I showed up. It sounded like fun, but I couldn't jump in. I had to set up all this junk. As bad as I wanted to. They check on Meyer over at first. He's back safely as Hamilton steps in. He was 2 for 2 when these teams first met, and he walked 3 times in that game. Was real patient against this Caveman pitching staff. Another move over to first, and again, Meyer is back safely. But for Grants Pass, it's been a successful season since that June 10th meeting. The Cavemen have won 5 straight ball games. Since then, it was a 9-5 win against Centennial. They played Horizon Christian, won 17-6. They also played Baker City, a 10-run win there. Same with LeGrand. Most recently, back on Sunday, squeaked out a 1-run win against a Blue Jays 18U team, but still 5 straight wins after their date with the Falcons. Both of these teams on a pretty considerable winning streak coming into play today. The count to Corbin Hamilton is 0-1. The delivery is going to miss into Corbin. And the count is even. After Hamilton in the order is the designated hitter, Jacoby Nickerson. Wind blowing a little bit in from center field. Pretty steady. Bit shallow in center field compared to the outfield that is at Kiger Stadium. 349 to straightaway center instead of 385 like it is back at home. Down either line, 307 to right, 308 to left.
Yeah, so what would be a deep fly out in Kiger could be a dinger here.
Yeah, well, with the wind blowing in, too, it's a little bit of something to contend with for the Falcons. We'll see. It's mostly blowing straight in from center. You might be able to catch something over the left field fence, perhaps. But with it being so warm today as well, that might also help both of these teams try to push a couple out of here. There's 2 strikes on Corbin Hamilton. Runner aboard at first is Meyer. Hamilton hits one the opposite way, but it just bends foul. And so we'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes to the Falcons right fielder.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no warning track out there in outfield.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's more of a safety thing for the outfielders, but no warning track. Also something of note, infield artificial turf surface. The outfield is natural grass. So just beyond the cut of the dirt, there is a lip where the turf transitions into natural grass. 2 strikes again on Hamilton, and he swings and misses, and that'll set down the side in the top of the first inning. The Falcons get one aboard, but they leave him stranded. We go to the bottom of the first next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Rob, why do you think so many families choose Subaru here?
Because they're built for real life here in Southern Oregon.
All-wheel drive, safety, and room for everything from kids to camping gear.
And we've got Subarus in stock, ready to go when you are.
Plus, we're locally owned and deeply involved in the community.
When you buy from us, you buy from a dealership that supports Klamath Falls. Stop by and say hi.
Friendly, local, and easy to work with. That's us at Klamath Falls Subaru, right on Washburn Way.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley welcoming you back to Grants Pass High School as we get set for more Legion baseball this afternoon on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com. First chance for the Cavemen here in the bottom of the first as they go up against Trustin Thomas, the right-hander from Modoc High School for the Klamath Falls Falcons. Thomas has pitched once previously this season, although a short outing, only one inning back on June 18th against North Jackson. One innings pitched, he struck out two batters, faced the minimum, so a small sample size, but an efficient sample size for Trustin Thomas as he gets ready for his first start of the season today. As a pitching staff, this Falcons team has an ERA of 1.5, so they've been efficient so far this season, to say the very least.
That's kind of crazy as a team.
Yeah, 1.5 ERA. The most runs they've allowed this season was in their only loss of the year. Sunwest Generals back on June 13th, 5 runs scored against them. Otherwise, teams haven't scored more than 4. But it was these Grants Pass Cavemen who scored 4 runs against the Falcons in the season opener, an 11-4 win for the Falcons back at Kiger Stadium. Starting lineup for the Grants Pass Cavemen. Trayton Powers is leading off. He's at shortstop. Nate Bassett, the catcher, bats second. Eric Piscate is the third baseman, hitting third, followed by Ryan Glenn, the first baseman. Cam Holland is pitching, batting fifth. Nevin Diotti is in left field, hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Easton Schmidt at second base. Ryan Stewart, the designated hitter, bats eighth. And Ryan Sedivi is in center field. He bats ninth for the Cavemen. First pitch is going to miss. Count is 1-0 to Powers. Might have been a touch upstairs as Jacoby Tacchini's the other half of the Falcons battery, and we'll get you the defense here after this at-bat for Trayton Powers. As Trustin Thomas misses low and away there, the count is 2-0. Tacchini delivers the sign to Thomas, who steps and delivers out of the windup. That one was probably off the plate outside, but Powers chased at it, giving Thomas a strike there. Counts 2-1. Trayton Powers got only one at-bat against the Falcons back on June 10th. Although a productive one, he walked. And so, chance to try to get on base to lead off this inning. He works ahead of Trustin Thomas here. 3 balls and a strike, the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first inning for the Cavemen. Thomas delivers, and that one misses low, and a 5-pitch walk delivered to Powers, and it brings up Nate Bassett.
If you're a GM, are you looking more at the on-base percentage, or are you looking more at the hitting percentage?
I think it depends. I mean, well, definitely of the 2 on-base percentage. I mean, it's just so much more valuable to get on base. I mean, guys don't necessarily have to get a hit to get on base. And so if you just get guys on, good things tend to happen. It creates havoc in the infield. And so you'll take that every time. Bassett pops one up to the left side, although it looks out of place. Safford, the third baseman, gives chase, but it is heading towards the public pool. Maybe off the top of the Grants Pass dugout.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, the defense for the Klamath Falls Falcons, P.J. Safford plays third. Carson Sims is at short. Ty Teeters at second with Ian Meyer at first. In the outfield from left to right, Chase Barrett, Harley Hoblet, and Corbin Hamilton. Runner aboard at first is Powers. Decent lead off at first. Meyer holds him there. They check on him, and the throw nearly gets away from Meyer. And it is an 0-1 count to Nate Bassett, recent graduate of Grants Pass High School, class of 2026 for the Cavemen. This past prep season for Grants Pass, a 6-12 record in the Southwest Conference. Runner on the move. Tacchini's throw down winds up past Teeters and into center field. They will eat the throw to third. Powers swipes second and then advances to third after the fact. So a runner 90 feet away from scoring with nobody out. Bottom of the first inning here for the Grants Pass Cavemen.
Wow, they might have had him if could have held on to the ball. It looked close.
Yeah, that was close. The throw just kind of skipped underneath Teeters' glove and into center field. Just an unfortunate break there, but now Thomas going to have to buckle down if he wants to disallow that run to score, but hold that. Bassett sends a deep one to left center field, and that one is caught in center. Did he catch that ball? Oh, my goodness. Harley Hoblet lays out backwards, makes the catch. A run scores, though. It's a productive out for Nate Bassett. A sacrifice fly gives the Cavemen a 1-0 lead, but that was an incredible catch in center field by Harley Hoblet. I honestly couldn't see if he caught that or not, but that was a great catch from Harley. Here comes Eric Pesqueda.
I couldn't tell if he tripped or not.
Well, it looked, I don't know, I thought it was just hit over his head. But he dove for it, brought it in. That's a great catch to save a sure thing extra base hit. That was probably a triple with the way Bassett was hustling around the base pads. First pitch to Pesqueda misses inside. The count is 1-0. Eric Pesqueda, another recent graduate of Grants Pass High School, and although their 6-12 league record was not good enough to make the playoffs, the Southwest Conference is a tough one to compete in and year out. Grants Pass has mostly been hovering around a 500 record the past 3-4 seasons. This was the first year in quite some time that they dipped below that 500 mark. But again, a relatively younger team for Grants Pass High School this year. They only had 5 seniors on this team, so chance to recuperate, regroup next year in the summer. This summer figures to help them out, and, well, they're having a good summer so far. Like I said, 6-2 their record on the season. Counts 2 balls and a strike to Eric Pesqueda, the third baseman for the Cavemen. Batting here from the right side. Base is empty and 1 out. Chopper down the third base side. Foul. 2 strikes on Pesqueda with Ryan Glenn on deck. Pesqueda was 1 for 4 in the game against Grants Pass back on June 10th. He also scored a run in that game. Thomas said with the pitch, the delivery is going to miss inside and on the hands of Pesqueda. Count is full. Cavemen third baseman.
Is that a wooden bat over there?
No, you can't use wood. I don't think so.
Well, look at it. Is it?
I'd be able to tell if he hit the ball, but I'm almost positive you can't use wood. As the pitch missed outside to Pesqueda. Another walk this inning surrendered by Trustin Thomas, and it brings up Ryan Glenn. Glenn here batting from the left side. Glenn was 1 for 3 back on June 10th with a strikeout and a run scored in that game. Starting again here at first base. Middle infield trying to turn 2 for the Falcons. Sims playing just to the left of the second base bag. Teeters is covering the gap a little bit with Meyer covering the bag at first. Set on the mound is Thomas, and the pitch home is going to miss up. Thomas looking in, he's set. Modest lead off of first base, and the pitch home. That one is hit high to right field. Playable, though, for Hamilton as he moves underneath it and makes the catch. 2 gone in the first inning. It brings up Cam Holland. Runner at first is still Eric Pesqueda, staying put after that flyout. Holland looking to help himself out a bit here, the starting pitcher for the Cavemen. He hit leadoff in the opening game between these two teams earlier in the month, but was 0 for 3. He did score a run because he was walked twice. Move over to first, and back safely is Pesqueda. After Holland in the Cavemen order, it's Nevin Diotti. Thomas delivers the pitch. That one's right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. 2-seam fastball there from Thomas. Haven't seen enough of him to get a full idea of his pitch mix yet, but it looks like 4-seam, 2-seam, the classic. It looks like he mixed in a curveball as well. Pitch is going to miss away. Runner is on the move. The throw down from Tacchini again skips into center field, and a stolen base for Pesqueda. This time Sims there to back up the throw. Disallows the runner to advance to third, but still in scoring position. And a 1-1 count to Cam Holland.
He's got quite a group of fans in front of us.
Hey, that's good.
People wearing his wearing a T-shirt with his last name on it.
I never had anyone with a T-shirt with my last name on it, so already a step ahead of me.
That'd be pretty cool to have merch with your last name on it.
Should we start making some?
Yeah.
You could sell out? Get an online like Posh Marketplace
like
or something
Eldridge
like that?
or what?
Yeah.
Like on the K-Lad shirt?
Okay, I don't know, something like that. This one's hit hard, deep to left field. Barrett is moving over. He makes the catch on the run, and that will end the inning. But the Cavemen do score one on the sacrifice fly from Nate Bassett. It's a 1-0 ball game. To the top of the second we go next on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
When your care feels complicated, you need someone who won't back away. At Heartfelt, they are known for taking on the cases others won't. Complex, high-risk, and deeply personal situations that deserve real attention. They specialize in minimally invasive procedures, helping you heal faster and get back to your life, your family, your work. And they are here for the long term, not just one visit. No referrals needed, just care that truly shows up for you. Visit heartfeltobgyn.com or call 541-205-6890. Heartfelt OBGYN. Expert care when it matters most.
At Pacific Power, we can't predict the future, but we're preparing for every possibility. With more extreme weather year-round, we're investing in an energy system ready for what comes next. By strengthening the grid, using smart infrastructure, and drawing from our diverse energy resources, we're not just powering today. We're designing an energy system that's built to weather tomorrow. Energy that makes powering your greatness possible.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you here on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. It's a 1-0 ball game. The Klamath Falls Falcons trail the Grants Pass Cavemen in the top of the second. First pitch to Jacoby Nickerson, called a strike on the inside part, about knee-high. Nickerson, the left-handed batter, playing DH today, hitting in the pitcher spot for Trustin Thomas. As the 0-1 pitch missed a little bit lower that time to Nickerson, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Nickerson chases that one, 1-2. Jacoby, last time out, their DH game, he had a RBI double in that contest as he takes a pitch on the inside part. Two-seam fastball nearly crept back across the plate from Holland. I think the Grants Pass fans in attendance thought that was a strike, but Nickerson sticks around for at least another one, and he bangs it out to second base. Up with it is Schmidt. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and there's one gone in the second.
You know, I haven't seen many switch hitters in many of our games. You know, that used to be a really big thing in baseball.
I think, you know, switch hitting is something that a handful of guys do, but that's kind of a skill you develop, I think, as you move up in the game. You're right, though. I don't see much of it hardly at all at this level. Pitch to P.J. Safford as he's batting here with one out in the second. He takes one low and away. Count is 1-0. Taking a look at the numbers here for Safford quickly on the season. As he enters play today, a .312 hitter for the Falcons.
I just brought that up because my cousin, he was a switch hitter when he played Legion.
And he played for the Mustangs, Medford in, 15, 16, somewhere in there. Safford takes one high and tight, counts 3-0 to him.
Yeah, 15, 16, 2 years.
Well, member of a state championship winning team. I think they probably benefited from the switch hitting there. Pitch to Safford, that one's going to be called a strike. He's taken all the way on that one, 3-1. Pitch in. That one's bounced back up the middle, in and out of the glove of Holland, although still a chance to recover and make the play in time. And that's 1-3 in the book. Down goes Safford, bringing up Chase Barrett. Barrett starting in left field this afternoon for the Klamath Falls Falcons. Barrett on the season batting .158. He's 3 for his first 19. He's got a single, a double, and a triple, 5 RBI on the year. So the spots where they've needed to, he's been able to come up with runners on, but trying to start a 2-out rally for the Falcons here in the top of the second inning. They trail by 1. First pitch to Barrett was called a strike. Here's the 0-1. He's a bit tardy on the fastball that time, and the count's 0-2. Ty Teeters is on deck if Barrett can find a way to get on. Here's the 2-strike pitch, and it's swung on and missed. And I thought that was strike 3. I guess one of them was called a ball. So the count now 1-2 to Chase Barrett. Apologies there. But still 2 strikes on the Falcons left fielder. Now the offering misses high and in, 2-2. Holland working quickly on the mound. The 2-strike pitch again. This time the inside pitch waved that and missed. Barrett down on strikes, and the Falcons down in order in their second inning as they trail 1-0 going to the bottom half next on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
goals. To get stronger, move better, feel healthier, whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
1-0 the score as we enter the bottom of the second inning here on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. The Klamath Falls Falcons trailing the Grants Pass Cavemen in this non-league matchup. Rematch from June 10th, the game in which the Falcons won by 7 runs, but the Cavemen have jumped out to an early advantage here, much like they did in that opening contest. It was a 3-0 ball game for the Cavemen until the bottom of the second inning in that contest. And here we are in the bottom of our second inning. First pitch to Nevin Diotti is going to hit him in the back. And that will bring up Easton Schmidt. Schmidt in the opener was 0 for 2, struck out both times against Klamath Falls back on June 10th, but a chance to right the ship here with a runner on base and nobody out. Corners playing in, protecting against a bunt. Middle infield trying to turn 2. The batter shows bunt and lays one down foul. The count's 0-1. After Schmidt in the order, it's Ryan Stewart, the team's designated hitter, due up next. All right, Schmidt getting ready to dig back in here. Not much of a lead off of first for Diotti, although he's got the wheels to make up for it. They check on him anyway, and he is back safely, trying to get him into scoring position for the bottom couple of guys in the order. Cavemen like to draw up that lineup where those 8-9 guys kind of work as second leadoff hitters. So here in the 7 spot, Schmidt trying to set the table, get a guy into scoring position for the big sticks due up next. Count, though, now to him is 0-2, and so likely going to see him swing away now as he risks that strikeout with an 0-2 count on a bunt. Thomas takes a look over at first, and as he comes set, Diotti takes another half step. Now the pitch in is an outside fastball called strike 3 against Easton Schmidt. 1 out in the inning, and it brings up Ryan Stewart. It was that 2-seam fastball from Thomas. Started outside and then broke back towards the zone a little bit. From up here, looked like Thomas might have been given an inch, but he'll take it. And 1 gone in the inning. Move over to first, and again, Diotti is back safely. Stewart, the designated hitter today for Grants Pass. Pitch on the way is called a strike, hitting that same outside spot. Thomas uses it that time to get ahead. Stewart, back on June 10th against the Falcons, was 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch to the team's designated hitter. That one's waved at and missed. Count is 0-2. Wind continuing to blow in from straightaway center field, if not just a little bit lighter than it was earlier. As Thomas takes a look at the runner at first, and again, Diotti with another 2 steps. There he goes. The pitch is going to miss outside. The throw from Tacchini on the money. Tag applied, and if he held onto the ball, he's out. And Dieters did hold on to the ball, and they got Diotti trying to swipe second for the second out in the inning, and there's 2 strikes on Ryan Stewart.
Well, there's an improvement right there.
Yeah, they stole on Tacchini twice in the first inning, but they were able to get him on that one. And there's 2 gone in the inning. 1-2 the count to Stewart. Thomas comes set. The delivery is going to miss wide. And the count's 2-2.
You know, you mentioned the wind coming into center field, kind of hitters hitting against that. Well, the softball field is facing us. So for them, they'll be able to get it out easier.
Yeah, and they've got something going on over there. Not quite sure exactly what it is. Oh, and they just rung up Stewart on a pitch off the plate outside, and that will end the bottom of the second inning. We go to the top half of the third next in a 1-0 ball game on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you. Top of the third inning, and the Grants Pass Cavemen lead the Klamath Falls Falcons 1-0. 8-9-1 in the Falcons order due up here. Ty Teeters, Harley Hoblet, and Carson Sims. First pitch to Ty Teeters called a strike. About knee-high on the outside part. Counts 0-1 to Ty, getting the start at second base today. The 0-1 to Teeters is bounced to the right side, although that looks like it's drifting foul. Counts 0-2. Ty Teeters having a good series last week, or pardon me, I guess it was this past weekend against Phoenix, especially in the late game. Teeters against Phoenix Cascade was batting second with 3 for 4. Had a double in that game and an RBI against the Phoenix Cascade Legion Baseball Club. Here he fights an outside pitch off. Count remains 0-2. And again, after Teeters in the orders, Harley Hoblet. Holland ready to deliver the pitch to Ty Teeters. It's an off-speed pitch. Teeters again fouls that one off. Count remains 0-2. That one, I think, stung Teeters a little bit. Hit it really off the end of the bat, and you see him rubbing his hands on his pants. That doesn't feel good. He's probably thankful it's 87 degrees, because if this was 57 degrees, we'd be calling timeout. The 0-2 on the way to Ty is going to miss inside. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the Falcons' second baseman.
Yeah, that's what happens to me every time I go to the batting cages.
Just hit it off the end?
Every time.
Yeah, dude, that stings. 1-2, swung on and missed. Teeters down on strikes to lead off the third inning, and it brings up Harley Hoblet. Hoblet off to a really great start this season. He's batting .500 coming into this game for the Falcons. He's 8 for his first 16. All of them have been singles. He's also walked 8 times and scored 12 runs. Hoblet trying to get something going for the Falcons here, batting in the 9 spot. 1 out, top of the third inning. He hits one off the inside part foul, and then off the top of our aluminum cover here in the grandstand. Counts 0-1 to Harley.
This grandstand is pretty nice.
Yeah, I agree. I wish we could get some of these posts out of the way. I mean, on the video feed, you don't see it because we moved down, but we're like halfway down the steps here in the grandstand. Would be nice if we could be up in a box, get rid of these posts, but I do like it. The 0-1 called a strike. 0-2.
I mean, it's got nothing on Kiger, but
that's
pretty
not,
cool.
Not many places do. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, it's true.
Count stays 0-2 to Hoblet, and the pitch from Holland is a line drive to first base, gloved by Glenn for the second out. And quickly 2 outs now in the third inning. Back to the top for Carson Sims.
Not much you can do about that. Just a good play.
Yeah, it was hit right to Glenn. Just kind of gave a little hop to it. Was able to make the catch, line drive, and not bad contact from Harley, but 2 outs. Carson Sims digging in now. He flew out to right field back in the first inning. 0 for 1 today. Sims on the season batting .323 for the Falcons. Rips one hard down the left field line, although it's going to go foul just a bit out in front of that one. Good to see Sims back in the lineup today. He exited the game back against Phoenix Cascade with something of a back tweak, but it looks like he's got it all sorted. And back in the starting lineup, a guy the Falcons like to have hitting here at the top of the order. The 0-1 home to Sims is going to bounce in the dirt. Count is even to the Falcons shortstop. After Sims in the order, if he finds a way aboard, it's the Falcons catcher, Jacoby Takini. The 1-1 into Sims is going to be looked at for a ball, dipped low and away, counts 2-1.
If I'm up to bat and I see left field is 308, I'm swinging for the fences.
Yeah? And again, Walter, that's why we're up here and they're down there.
I mean,
just going to grip it as hard as you can, take the biggest swing, fall out of your shoes.
Yeah.
And
No,
have everybody point and laugh.
I'll strike out a couple of times.
Yeah,
but
there you go. Sims is going to watch a 3-1 pitch dip low and away, and he's aboard with a walk. And here comes Jacoby Takini. I suppose with 2 outs, I mean,
worth it.
No harm in swinging for the fences, I guess, although don't tell Coach I said that.
Well, you have to make sure that you get into a hitter's count, right?
I suppose.
Like a 3-0, 3-1?
3-1, yeah. Takini digging in now. We'll see what he's able to do. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out back in the first inning. Pitch on the way is Holland. Comes set for a while, now delivers. Takini rattles one down the third base side, foul. Did you ever hit a home run when you were playing baseball?
Back in Little League.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
I never did. I never left the yard. I hit a couple inside the parks, surprisingly. Never left the yard.
Well, things are a little fuzzy from back then. So I might have hit it in practice or in a game. I don't remember.
You're just making stuff up now?
I'm not making anything up.
Okay.
It was either in practice or game, but I promise you I did hit one over the fence.
0-1 pitch, going to have to wait. They move over to Sims. He's back safely. I stand corrected. I did hit one out in batting practice. We had a Little League field where the fence was like 200 feet to right field, but it was like 20 feet tall. It was like the chain link monster. That pitch misses inside to Takini, 1-1. We pretty much all hit it out to right field on that team in practice. But, yeah, never in the game.
Well, what's the difference between a game and scrimmage in Little League?
Fair enough. Counts 1-1 to Takini. Holland, now with the runner on, takes his time. The pitch in, a bouncer towards third. Piscata gloves it, throw on to first, short hops the first baseman, but a nice job by Glenn to corral it and end the inning. Falcons get a base runner, but they leave him stranded as we go to the bottom half of the third inning next on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Bottom of the third inning. And the Grants Pass Cavemen lead the Klamath Falls Falcons 1-0. Due up this half for the Cavemen, 9-1-2 in the order. Ryan Sadibi, Trayton Powers, and Nate Bassett. After hitting the first batter in the second inning, Trustin Thomas got back-to-back strikeouts, and Takini threw out that runner who earned his way aboard. So, pretty efficient inning in the second. Thomas going to look for more of that after giving up his lone run of the ball game in the first. Although he hasn't given up a hit yet. The guy who came around to score, Powers, was walked, stole second, advanced to third on an error, and then scored on a sacrifice fly. So, all things considered, Thomas threw the first two fairly efficiently despite the couple of walks, and looking for more of the same here against Ryan Sadivi as he leads off the bottom of the third inning. Pitch on the way from Thomas. He shows bunt, pushes it down the third base side. That's going to be a tough one to get to. Thomas is up with it. Throw on to first, takes Meyer off the bag, although he does a fine job of keeping it in front of him. We'll give Sadivi the infield single, and we go back to the top for Trayton Powers. Tough ball to get to. I think Sadivi probably would have been close to beating that one out anyway. And so there you go. First hit of the ball game for the Cavemen comes in the number 9 hole in the bottom of the third inning. And now Trayton Powers stepping in, who is without an at-bat today. Like I said, he walked and scored in the first inning. Pitch on the way, a batter showing bunt, but the pitch misses inside anyway. Count is 1-0 to Trayton Powers. Coach Garrison down the third base side for the Cavemen, trying to get his base runner on the same page. Looks like they're trying to move him into scoring position. Thomas checks on the runner at first before coming set. Hitter shows bunt and then swings away. It's a chopper to third. Safford charging. Goes to first for the sure thing out, but now no one's covering third, and he's going to take it for free. Heads up base running that time by Ryan Sedivi to earn him third base. There's one out in the inning, and it brings up Nate Bassett.
Last time Nate Bassett hit a bomb into center field. Crazy catch from Harley Hoblet.
Yeah, Bassett also hit a home run against the Falcons the first time these two teams met in the first inning. He gave the Cavemen a 3-run lead at the time. A game they would wind up losing, of course, but he has swung the bat well against the Falcons this season, even if it wasn't a base hit. Pitch on the way, a bouncer to short. Sims up with it. The throw to first is in time, but a run does score. And a second RBI on the day for Nate Bassett as he knocks in a run. 2 outs in the inning and a 2-0 lead for the Cavemen.
What do you do in that play? Do you try and make the play at home, or
just take the sure thing out? I think the Falcons are okay with being down 2 runs this early. Sacrifice the run, take the out, and hopefully you can just get out of the inning, allowing only 1 run to score. Right play for Sims to make. That's what they are playing for, deep in the infield. Playing on the cut of the outfield grass. Always take the sure thing out. Curveball called a strike on the inside third. Thomas started that one up by the hands of Eric Pesqueda, but it broke back across the plate, and the count's 0-1. Pesqueda walked his first time up.
It's got to be a wood bat. I'm telling you.
The 0-1.
It's a wood bat.
Bouncer to the right side. Teeters charging. Underhand toss to first, and they got him. A 4-3 put out. After the leadoff single, though, the Cavemen add a run. They lead 2-0, go to the top of the fourth next on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Getting set for the top half of inning number 4 here from Grants Pass High School, home of the Cavemen, as the Cavemen lead the Klamath Falls Falcons 2-0. For Grants Pass, to this point in the ballgame, 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors. They've left 1 runner on. For the Falcons so far, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They've left 2 runners on base. Cam Holland still out there working for the Cavemen. This half inning, he'll go up against Ian Meyer. Corbin Hamilton and Jacoby Nickerson, that's 3, 4, and 5 in the Falcons order. Klamath Falls was able to get base runners in the first and third innings, but haven't been able to get a guy into scoring position yet today against Cam Holland. He's pitched efficiently so far today against the Falcons. 3 strikeouts through the first 3 innings as well. Holland out of the windup. First pitch to Ian Meyer is, I believe, called a strike. Counts 0-1. Holland works quickly when throwing out of the windup. When he gets runners on there, likes to slow the pace, dictate things. That's a sign of a veteran pitcher. Here's the 0-1 to Meyer. Line drive, center field. Tedivi coming in and makes the catch on the run for the first out. That'll bring up Corbin Hamilton, who's 0 for 1 today. Hamilton struck out in the first inning, trying to get something going here with 1 out in the 4th.
Got quite a lot of Grants Pass fans here in the grandstands.
Well, it is, of course, their home ballpark. I would expect nothing less. It started to fill up about 5 seconds before first pitch, too. I think everyone was sitting in the air-conditioned cars before the game started. I probably would have, too, to be honest.
I don't know. It's not too hot. It's not as hot as probably on the turf.
That's a good point. 1-0 pitch to Hamilton. That one's lined foul. Count is even 1-1. Although I was down there and it still wasn't too bad. Honestly, the breeze that comes in from center helps quite a bit.
Not as bad as that Central game.
Yeah, that was 92 right on the pavement. The 1-1 misses outside 2-1. But that's summertime baseball. And I'm not going to be complaining about it because I know the players on the turf field have got it even a little bit worse. So
The catcher.
yeah, I'll take my shade and my seat gladly. Counts 3-1. Hamilton, it misses up and in to Corbin. Holland going to have to work back into this at-bat. We'll see what he goes with here against Hamilton. That one's going to miss outside. Corbin works a walk. And here comes Jacoby Nickerson. Nickerson 0 for 1 in this ball game. He grounded out to lead off the second inning. On the season, Nickerson batting .188. He's 3 for his first 16 to start the season. Batting here from the left side. Again, designated hitter for the pitcher spot today for Trustin Thomas. Move over to first, and back safely is Corbin Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton's sneaky quick over there because he's got those long strides, standing about 6'4" for the Falcons.
Wow.
Holland delivers home to Nickerson. First pitch swinging and a foul ball. Count is 0-1. After Nickerson in the order is P.J. Safford. He'd love to bat with a couple of guys on, but Nickerson needs to get there first. He's behind in the count 0-1. Sean Teeters down the third base side giving his signs. Caleb Keelan in the first base box. In the dugout for the Falcons, Craig Connor, Joe Tacchini, and Pete Whistler. Move over to first again. Hamilton once again back safely. Holland takes a look this time before coming set. Bassett sets the target. Now the pitch. It's going to miss outside. Looking for a pitch out. See if Hamilton was on the move. Not a bad call there for the Cavemen. Might have expected them to save it for this count in a 1-1. More of a likely of a count to go, especially after the pitch out. We'll see if they decide to do it again or go right after Nickerson. Middle infield ready to turn two. First baseman holding the runner Hamilton at first. Not much of a lead off the first base bag either. And the pitch home. Hamilton feigns a steal, and it's more or less a pitch out again. Counts 2 balls and a strike to Nickerson.
If you can fake a steal, do you think you could steal your batter a couple of balls?
I mean, I think more than anything, you just mask when you're actually trying to steal because the right-handed pitcher's got your back, got his back to you. So it's more like making the catcher think you're running, maybe make him cause an error, things like that. The Falcons have a couple of guys who do it pretty good. The 2-1. Hit to left field, although that one is going to bend foul. 2-2.
The whole time you're watching it, you're like, drop, 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 drop.
No, I just want that thing to straighten out a little bit because that was hit pretty well down the line. Got to give a shout out to the Grants Pass Bat Boy too. That was my job when my dad was playing baseball. So got to respect the
beer league.
Yeah, got to respect the kid on the Bat Boy. It's an important job, Walter. I carried it with prestige.
Okay.
The 2-2. Nickerson pops that one up behind home plate, out of play. Count still 2-2. Oh, and they send the Bat Boy after the baseballs too in the stands.
He's working for it.
Move over to first again, and again Hamilton back safely. More or less just fell over onto the bag that time. He didn't even quite get his full lead off, but maybe trying to catch him in between a step. Here's the 2-strike offering again to Nickerson. He reaches for it, fouls it off, and that one nearly caught a coach in the dugout. 2 strikes remain on Nickerson. It looks like everyone's okay over there.
That's the risk you run.
Yeah. All right, baseball back in the right hand of Cam Holland. Bassett delivers the sign. Looks like he might have some sort of pitch comm in his ear. Saw some kind of earpiece there. Regardless, the 2-2. Nickerson lines it again, foul down the left side.
Yeah, it does look like he has.
I'm trying to see, because usually you'll have the pitch comm like on the shin guard, like right above the knee, but I don't see that extra piece of equipment there. Sometimes the pitcher has it instead of the catcher, or it could be just being relayed from the dugout and just into the ear of both the pitcher and the catcher, which I'm going to go ahead and venture to guess that's what's happening.
Is that legal?
Yeah. It's legal in the big leagues.
So why do they need to do signs? They could just talk to each other.
Some teams still like to do signs. Just classic baseball. Some teams like the pitch comm. Here's the pitch in. Nickerson, a bouncer to first, foul. We'll do it again in 2 strikes. There was a team when the NAIA National Tournament was held up at Oregon Tech, the NAIA Softball National Tournament. There was a team out there that all had Apple Watches, and their coach was texting them the signs from the dugout, and it would show up on everyone's Apple Watch.
That's really cool.
The 2-2 pitch again to Nickerson. That one is again fouled. There was multiple occasions where we did have to stop the game and had to swap out a watch because it died or got disconnected from the group text. So it kind of worked against him in some cases with the technology, but I think, you can be creative. If it's legal, be creative about it. That's kind of neat, I think.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Nickerson chokes up in a 2-strike count again. He's putting up a good battle here against Cam Holland. The 2-2 again. On the move is Hamilton. Nickerson hits one hard to right center field. That one is going to get down in front of the center fielder. Rounding second, headed for third is Hamilton. A good throw in from Sedivi. Stops Hamilton from scoring. And good defense there as well. Stopped probably a double from Nickerson as he pulls up to first base. Runners at the corner. Still one out for P.J. Safford. Boy, that wind really killed that one, I think, because it sounded good off the bat.
Looks good, too.
Yeah, and then that wind blowing in from center field stopped it from getting even deeper into that gap. But one out, runners at the corners. They throw over to first, and again, back safely is Nickerson the first time they check on him. We'll see if the Falcons have got anything creative going on the base paths to try to get a run across here. Their first time with a man in scoring position in the top of the fourth inning, a game in which they trail 2-0. And they again move over to Nickerson, but again, he's back safely.
Holland must really be confident in his ability to throw to first base, because if you were to throw that first baseman, there's a lot of room between the first baseman and the fence. That might score Hamilton.
Yeah, there is a lot of foul territory here. The pitch is going to miss in. The throw down to get Nickerson is going to get airmailed into center field. In the meantime, Hamilton scores. Nickerson gets up and runs to third. The throw is in time, but Pesqueda couldn't squeeze it. Got away from him, and Nickerson is in at third, and a run scores. It's 2-1. Grants Pass still leads, but a runner at third with one out for the Falcons.
Boy, he really got bailed out there.
Yeah, that throw definitely beat him. It short-hopped Pesqueda, and it looked like he brought the glove down before fully having it in his control, kind of popped up the top of the webbing. And so Nickerson in at third, Safford in a 1-0 count. Pitch to PJ, hit to center field. Sedivi is going to make the catch. Tagging from third to score is Nickerson, and we've got a tie ball game in the top of the fourth inning. A sacrifice fly and an RBI for PJ Safford brings up Chase Barrett with two gone, and the base is empty. Barrett 0 for 1 in the ball game so far today. Struck out in the second inning. Here's the pitch from Holland, fouled straight back. Counts 0-1. Good base running this inning for the Falcons on both the part of Hamilton and Nickerson. Being able to get around on only one base hit this inning, scoring 2 runs. But right now the count is 0-2 to Chase Barrett. And here's Cam Holland with the offering. It's fouled back again. Barrett just underneath of the fastball there. The count's still 0-2. Ty Teeters on deck if the inning continues. Holland ready to throw again. And the pitch. That's a grounder sent out towards short. Backhanded by Powers, and then it gets free from his glove. And Barrett's going to reach there, bringing up Ty Teeters.
Wow, Chase is really fast. He got down that line really quick.
Good hard base run in that time from Chase. Barrett earns him a trip to first. And here is Ty Teeters. Teeters 0 for 1 today. He did strike out in his first chance up in the third inning. Holland with the pitch. That one is going to miss low. Charge that an error, by the way, to Powers. E6 allowing Barrett to reach. And Teeters ahead in the count 1-0. Barrett, fairly aggressive lead off of first. The pitch is floated over into right field for a base hit. Barrett digging for 3. The ball is mishandled in right field. Barrett's going to get third base and stay and put at first is Ty Teeters. And some defensive miscues here for the Cavemen has given the Falcons a break in the fourth. They've got runners at the corners for Harley Hoblet.
Luckily for the Cavemen, the backstop isn't too far behind the catcher. If there's a pass ball, it could be a close play at the plate.
You know, honestly, Walter, it's a little bit of an optical illusion because we're lifted off the ground like 10 or more feet. And so it actually comes back here pretty far. Pitch to Hoblet, called a strike on the outer third. Counts 0-1 to Harley, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Flew out in the third inning.
The backstop is brick, though, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's going to ricochet pretty good as well. That's a good point.
That could be bad for the catcher, though, too.
0-1 fouled off. 0-2. By the way, for that hit for Teeters, give him the single, and then Barrett advances on the error. So far, 3 errors in the ball game for Grants Pass. 0-2 count on Hoblet. Almost no lead off the bag for Teeters. In an 0-2 count to Hoblet. The pitch in is a chopper in the infield. The pitcher up with it. Holland's throw on to first is going to be in time. That'll end the inning, but the Falcons tie it up in the top of the fourth on the sacrifice fly from P.J. Safford. They do leave a pair stranded. Tied up at 2, going to the top of the fifth next. The bottom of the fourth next on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Bottom of the fourth inning, and we are tied as the Klamath Falls Falcons here in Grants Pass taking on the Cavemen. Due up this half for the Cavemen, 4, 5, and 6 in their order. Ryan Glenn, Cam Holland, and Nevin Diotti against Trustin Thomas. Falcons scored 2 in the top half of this inning to even the ball game. Singles from Jacoby Nickerson and an RBI from P.J. Safford. Falcons left a couple of guys out there, but I'm sure they're glad to be back even with the Cavemen here on the road. Game number 5 of a 10-game road trip for the Falcons, their longest road trip of the season. First pitch to Ryan Glenn is going to miss outside 1-0. We talked about it once, but we'll bring it up again. The road trip for the Falcons continues tomorrow as they'll be playing the Philomath Fighting Jays, a 6 o'clock first pitch. That game is a single 9-inning affair against Philomath, and then on Wednesday, a single 9-inning game against the Eugene Ole Athletics, the single A team from Lane County. That's a 5 o'clock start, I believe, from Sweet Johnson Stadium in Eugene. As that pitch misses inside, counts 3-0 to Ryan Glenn. Falcons return to doubleheader action on Thursday this week, an 11 a.m. first pitch against Vencer College Prep, a team from Salem. That game will be played from Chemeketa Community College. Here's the 3-0. That pitch misses inside, a 4-pitch walk delivered to Ryan Glenn to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. After that doubleheader on Thursday, the Falcons play Roseburg, the Roseburg Pepsi single A team at 5 o'clock from Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg.
Roseburg Pepsi?
The Roseburg Pepsi, yeah.
Like the drink, like Pepsi Cola?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
First pitch is called a strike. Count is 0-1. It kind of goes to a long-standing, I don't know how long-standing it is, probably long-standing Legion tradition of being named after like your key sponsors. So I'll have to explain this to you after the 0-1 pitch. That one is going to miss up and in, 1-1. So Roseburg Pepsi, their AAA team is called the Doc Stewarts, from a doctor who was in town. Dr. Stewart sponsored the team. They've been the Doc Stewarts for ever, pretty much as long as I've been around. 1-1 pitch to Cam Holland. That one misses outside, 2-1. Then you've got the Eugene.
It was called a strike,
Was
1
that
and 2.
called a strike?
Yep.
Wow, 1 and 2. You got the Eugene Challengers. I believe when I last checked on them, they were the overhead door challengers. They might be the Bi-Mart challengers now. I forget exactly. They've switched a couple of times the last couple of years. We've been out of the league. Here's the 1-2, grounded towards second. Teeters onto Sims at second for 1. The throw to first, not going to be in time. They get the lead runner, but Holland beats out the fielder's choice to reach base. Then you've got, we were in Redmond. They're the SunWest Builders construction company up there. SunWest Generals is their team name. They're not the Redmond Generals. So it's pretty common to be named after like your main corporate sponsor in summer baseball.
So we are the Klamath Falls Pop Howard's Falcons?
No, just the Falcons. We have a lot of sponsors, but there's a couple of teams that are just their team name. I'm pretty sure the Medford Mustangs are just the Medford Mustangs, for example. I don't think that they have a corporate sponsor anymore. I could be mistaken on that. Like I said, we've been out of the AAA league for a while, but that's kind of how it works for Legion Baseball.
For just AAA?
Well, and single A too, because you've got the Roseburg Pepsi.
Right.
1-0 the count to Nevin Diotti. He is without an official at-bat today. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Runner aboard at first is Cam Holland, and there's one out in the inning. 2-2 our score here at Grants Pass High School. Pitch from Trustin Thomas, waved at and missed, count even, a ball and a strike.
Seems like Thomas is getting better as the game goes along.
That's what you like to see for a guy who hasn't got a lot of work in.
Well, that's kind of opposite of what we usually see, right? The batters are able to see more pitches. They're able to adjust to him. Instead, it's him adjusting to the batters.
1-1 on the way from Thomas. That one misses outside. Holland thought about breaking for second, but a good job by Takina to knock it down, keep it in front of him. Holland stays at first. Counts 2 balls and a strike to Diotti. Coming into this game, Thomas only pitched one previous inning. He faced 3 batters, so it's good to see him work a bit deeper into the start today here in the 4th inning. The 2-1 misses away, 3-1. Easton Schmidt is due up next for the Cavemen. Diotti, the starting left fielder today, digs back into the right-handed batter's box, and a good hitter's count here, up 3-1 against Trustin Thomas. Extra lead for Holland off of first. The pitch is an off-speed pitch. Confidence for Thomas to go to the off-speed stuff behind 3-1, but it produced a swing and a miss. And so now the count is full to Nevin Diotti. Thomas back on the hill looking in. Gets the sign from Takini, now set. Pitch is fouled off down the third base side. Holland feigning a steal there. Takini going to go out and have a quick chat with him, maybe noticing that a little bit about that runner on the move. Meyer going to go over and join the conversation. An opportunity to remind you today's broadcast on mybasin.com, brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty. They know that little things can add up to big bills when you're buying, selling, or owning a home. And Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty's exclusive beyond the sale guarantees protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty today. All right, defensive meeting is over. Looks like we've also got a right-hander warming up in the Falcons bullpen. I think that's Max Rogers out there, number 20. Yeah, okay, Max Rogers warming up in the Falcons bullpen.
A lot of pitchers getting the opportunity to throw.
3-2 lifted into foul territory. Ian Meyer, the first baseman, moving over, makes the catch, 2 gone.
As I was saying, a lot of people, a lot of players getting the opportunity to throw with a lot of games being played back to back to back to back.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case throughout the week. It's going to be kind of piecemealed together for the Falcons pitching. The good news for the Falcons is they've got a fairly deep pitching staff, guys that you can turn to if you need innings, like how we're seeing Trustin Thomas work today, like Max Rogers in the bullpen, like we saw Ian Meyer pitch the other day against Phoenix Cascade. So,
does Takini ever throw? It seems like he has a good arm.
Yeah, you know, when he was coming up, he just finished his sophomore year for the Falcons. When he was coming up as an 8th grader, I had heard stories of him pitching in Little League, but I have never seen him throw a bullpen, never seen him throw in a game. So he does have a strong arm. I've just not seen him throw. I mean, he's much more valuable as a catcher, I think, than he could ever be as a pitcher, regardless of how good he could be. I may be speaking out of turn there, but he's just invaluable as the Falcons catcher, I think.
Although if you need someone to pitch, you could throw P.J. Safford behind the plate.
Theoretically, yeah. That pitch misses outside 2-0.
I've seen him catch a couple of times for KU.
Yeah, he has kind of lost his catching role for KU. He primarily started in the infield, but Safford, yeah, could definitely catch. Even the guy on the hill, Trustin Thomas, when he played down in Modoc, he was listed as a catcher too. So they've got some guys you can cycle in there if Takini needs a break or you need him somewhere else. The 2-0 misses up and away, 3-0. I've also seen Jacoby play first base. He did a lot his first season for the Falcons, but pretty much ever since he made it to high school, he has been the guy behind the dish for the Falcons and for his high school team, the Henley Hornets.
For good reason.
3-0 the count to Easton Schmidt. That one is going to miss up and in. A 2-out walk delivered to Schmidt, and it moves Holland to second, brings up Ryan Stewart. Stewart 0 for 1 in the ball game so far today. He struck out in the second inning. Tied up at 2 here at Grants Pass. Bottom of the 4th inning, a 9-inning ball game today. If you're just joining us, a single game, no doubleheaders for the most part in our league season for the Falcons, save for one trip later on this week against Vencer College Prep. Swung on and missed. The pitch to Stewart, 0-1.
No,
go ahead.
If you were playing like MLB The Show with one of the players on the Falcons,
okay,
and it would be random where they played, who would you pick?
What do you mean, like just random in the positions?
Yes.
The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Man, that's tough. I mean, who's our guy who can pretty much play anywhere in the field? Maybe Carson Sims? Maybe
Meyer?
Yeah, but I like Carson playing the middle infield and anywhere in the outfield. And you could probably show him. First base may be tough. I don't know if he's ever had time to play first base, but third base, he's got a strong enough arm. You know, I've been impressed with watching Ty Teeters play, too. He seems to pitch a little bit here and there.
Corbin Hamilton?
Yeah, that's a good pick also. Outfield, infield pick. Although he mostly plays first base in the infield, but you can have him pitch, play first base, outfield, too. He's a good option. Pop up right side. This could get him out of the 4th inning. Going to be tough for Meyer to get to, but he backpedals and tucks it away for the 3rd out. And so that'll do it in the 4th. To the 5th we go in a tie ball game on mybasin.com.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community, engaged.
Top of the Falcons order due up in the top of the 5th inning on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com. We're tied up at 2 between the Falcons and the Cavemen. Carson Sims, Jacoby Takini, and Ian Meyer due up in this half inning. Sims 0 for 1 in the ball game today. He flew out in the 1st. He walked in the 3rd. A chance to try to get on base for his Falcons, see if they can't capture a lead after tying the game in the top half of the 4th inning. Cam Holland still out there working for the Cavemen. He's thrown well today. We'll check on his line score here in just a moment. First pitch to Sims, misses off the plate away, counts 1-0. Cam Holland, through 4 innings pitched, has allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. Ground ball right side, backhanded by the second baseman Schmidt. Throw on to first is in time, and there's one gone in the 5th inning. Now we go back to Jacoby Takini. He's 0 for 2 for the Falcons today. A couple of ground outs in the 1st and 3rd innings for him. On the season for Jacoby Takini, a .265 hitter. for the Falcons. 9 for his first 34 this year. They've all been singles. Pitch to Takini. Hits that one into the air to right field. Snodgrass moving near the line. He tucks that one away for the second out in the 5th.
Looks like it would have been just fair if it had fallen.
Here comes Ian Meyer. 1 for 2 today for Ian Meyer. Singled in the first, flew out in the 4th. Holland looking to make quick work of the Falcons here in the 5th. Already 2 outs on about 3 pitches. Here's the offering to Meyer. First pitch swinging, fouled off. 0-1 the count. Corbin Hamilton looking for a chance this inning if Meyer can find a way to board. Tied up at 2, top of the 5th inning. Meyer into the right-handed batter's box. The delivery from Holland is going to miss low. Good take there from Ian. And I believe the count is 1-1. Did they call that a strike? Scoreboard says it was a strike, but I didn't see the umpire motion, so I'm going to say it's a 1-1 count. Pitch to Meyer. Ground ball left side through and into left field, and a 2-out knock for Ian Meyer. He's 2 for 3 today, and he stays hot at the plate. And it brings up Corbin Hamilton. Meyer came into this game batting .625, and now he's 2 for 3 today. And in steps Corbin Hamilton. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first, walked and scored in the 4th. Move over to first, and Meyer back safely. Meyer's going to take a pretty conservative lead over there. I don't think they're going to have Meyer straight steal second, although I've been wrong before. Pitch home. That is called a strike on the outer third to Hamilton. He falls behind here 0-1. If Hamilton finds his way aboard, Jacoby Nickerson is due up next for the Falcons. Holland takes a check on Meyer over at first, now set. And motions home. That one looked to be the slider off the plate away. Count is 1-1. I think Bassett thought that was a strike, kind of double take this throw back to the mound, now chatting with the umpire about it. But regardless, counts even. Ball and a strike to Hamilton as Holland is set. Now the pitch home. Line drive, right field, down for a single. Hamilton digs around second. He'll stay put there as a good throw in from the outfield holds him. But back-to-back 2-out singles brings up Jacoby Nickerson and a chance for a Falcons to take the lead here in the 5th.
Can you challenge a strike call at this level?
No ABS. I don't know how we would even get that.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I have heard, though, of kids in youth baseball now because ABS challenge is a thing. Saw this specifically in Little League. Like a 10 or 11-year-old didn't like a strike 3 call, so he tapped his helmet like he went to go challenge it. The umpire threw him out of the game.
Oh.
Pitch is going to miss inside, 1-0. It's kind of like it was a video made by the umpire. He had like a GoPro on during the game, and then it was like a TikTok where he's in his car after the game saying, should I have thrown the kid out for this? I kind of feel bad for it. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Nickerson. That's a ground ball towards the left side, through, and a base hit. Meyer is going to get the green light. The ball is misplayed in left field, and a run's going to score. The Falcons lead 3-2. So a base hit for Nickerson, plus the error is going to allow a run to score. Hamilton advances all the way to third on the hit. Give Nickerson the RBI, and the Falcons lead by a run. Here comes P.J. Safford, an RBI today on a sacrifice in the 4th inning, and he also grounded out in the 2nd. Here he bats with runners at the corners and 2 outs. The Falcons in a 2-out rally. Back-to-back-to-back singles have scored him a run in the 5th.
It kind of reminds me of when you used to draw a line.
Oh, going back to the umpire thing?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he compared it to. He said, is it the same thing as drawing a line after you think a pitch misses outside? I think so. Can't do that. So he ejected the kid. Pitch is called a strike to Safford. Count is 0-1. That was a good firm 2-seam fastball there from Holland. What do you think? I mean, you think?
Sometimes I think refs and umps take their jobs too seriously.
Probably a warning would have been enough, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
But do you think that's the same thing? Is that showing up the umpire, tapping your helmet like that?
I mean, I don't think there's any reason why a player can't disagree with an umpire. Like, that's the official standing. But
sure.
I don't see a reason why a player can't think any differently than an umpire, you know?
0-1 pitch to P.J. Safford. Holland delivers. That one hit in the air to right field. Snodgrass moving back. That one is just foul down the line. Counts 0-2 to Safford.
We got to get a protractor out there at home plate and make sure this field is not too narrow.
Yeah, that's true. That's been a lot of close ones down the line. That's funny. But yeah, I'm with you. I think you probably give the kid a warning, especially because that's like a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. I think youth umpires, in some cases, I mean, we need them. But, yeah, some guys take that, especially at a 10, 11-year-old. Maybe that's a bit serious, brother.
This is coming from a youth referee, by the way.
Yeah, so too serious? Okay.
No.
0-2 pitch to Safford, misses wide, 1-2.
No, when I deal with kids, I give them grace. When it comes to the parents, however, there's no grace for the parents. They should know how to act.
As you should be. I wholeheartedly agree with that assessment. Ball and 2 strikes, the count to Safford. Already 1 run home for the Falcons in this 5th inning. Runners at the corners, Hamilton at third, Nickerson at first. Pitch is going to ring up Safford outside, and that'll end the inning. But again, the Falcons get a run in, and they lead 3-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th next on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Cavemen trail the Falcons 3-2. 9-1-2. Due up for the Cavemen this half inning. Ryan Sedivi, Trayton Powers, and Nate Bassett. Max Rogers out there for the Falcons. I believe it's just a straight swap here in the pitcher's spot as Rogers finishes up his warm-up tosses. Let's see if we can get a look here at Rogers making his first appearance of the season for the Klamath Falls Falcons. I wonder if I've still got access to his prep numbers for Mazama this year. Let's take a look. Right-hander from Mazama High School, by the way, for Rogers. Pitched only 6 innings for the Vikings this spring. 3 games, gave up 8 hits and 2 earned runs, an ERA of 2.33. He gave up 9 unearned runs, did Rogers this year, so not much help from the Vikings defense, but hoping he can find some better look with the Falcons here today and throughout this season as he looks to protect this 1-run lead in the bottom of the 5th inning.
You know, the sun here it kind of looks like a tsunami because it's pushing everyone back, and nothing is in the sun right now. It's bare.
Like I said, it's going to set kind of over the left field side, and so it's creeping up the rows of the bleachers. The front of us used to be packed, and now everyone's behind us.
Yeah.
I fear that soon enough it's going to be hunting for us, but I'm not moving.
We could.
You're going to lift up the whole table?
Yeah, we've done it before.
No thanks. If you want to do it, go for it. Max Rogers' first pitch to Ryan Sedivi's called a strike. 0-1. Sedivi singled his first time up, came around to score in the 3rd inning. That was the last time the Cavemen had got a run on the board, was in the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way from Rogers, fly ball right side, foul out of play. And the count to the center fielder for the Cavemen is 0-2. Rogers back on the hill, gets the sign in from Takini. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. It was in the turf, though. Takini up with it on the drop 3rd strike. Fires down to Meyer in time. 1 gone in the 5th.
Go, Trey. Come on, Trey.
Back to the top of the order here for the Cavemen for Trayton Powers. He's 0 for 1 today. He did walk and score in the 1st, otherwise grounded out in the 3rd. getting his first look at Max Rogers today. By the way, we can close the book on Trustin Thomas. And I'll give you the final line on him here in just a moment after the first pitch to Trayton Powers. Ground ball left side. Sims up with it, sets his feet, fires to Meyer in time. 2 gone in the inning. For Thomas, who pitched 4 innings, he only allowed 1 hit. He allowed 1 earned run, 2 came across to score against him, of course. He struck out 2 batters, walked 4, but he didn't let those 4 walks hurt him too bad, and got out in 58 pitches, so he'll be eligible to throw again later on in the week when the Falcons need him. So with 2 gone in the inning, here's Nate Bassett. Has hit the ball well today, but still looking for his first hit, although he does have 2 RBIs. I'm sure he's not upset about that. A sacrifice fly in the first, a ground out in the third to score a run. Here he bats with 2 outs against Max Rogers. The pitch is going to miss off the plate away, 1-0. Bassett digging back in. Head of the 0-1 pitch to Max Rogers, or from Max Rogers. That one's going to miss up and away. 1-1. Like we said, Grants Pass coming into this ball game, winners of their last 5 games. Their last loss was against these Falcons, though. They've been playing well as of late. That pitch is going to be called a strike. Finds the inside corner. So 2-1 the count. Rogers out of the windup. Steps, the leg kick, and delivers. That one misses low. 3-1 the count. After Bassett in the order is Eric Piscata. Rogers delivers the 3-1. Hit into the air, center field. Hoblet barely having to move out there. Makes the catch and ends the inning. Cavemen down in order in the 5th. The Falcons lead 3-2. To the 6th we go on mybasin.com. What's up?
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Rob, why do you think so many families choose Subaru here?
Because they're built for real life here in Southern Oregon.
All-wheel drive, safety, and room for everything from kids to camping gear.
And we've got Subarus in stock, ready to go when you are.
Plus, we're locally owned and deeply involved in the community.
When you buy from us, you buy from a dealership that supports Klamath Falls. Stop by and say hi.
Friendly, local, and easy to work with. That's us at Klamath Falls Subaru, right on Washburn Way.
Getting set for the top half of the 6th inning here on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. It is a 3-2 ball game. The Falcons lead. And as we get set for the top of the 6th, the new pitcher in for Grants Pass, it's Eric Piscata taking over for Cam Holland. Give you the final look at Holland here in just a bit. Piscata, this is the first time that we'll see him pitch this season, as he did not throw against the Falcons back on June 10th. But again, taking a look at the line score thus far for Cam Holland, who exits the game as what would be the losing pitcher after 5 innings pitched. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. He struck out 4 batters and walked 2 on 89 pitches. And again, Chase Barrett, Ty Teeters, Harley Hoblet do up this half inning. Other changes for Grants Pass. Cam Holland stays in the game. He takes over at second base. Eric Piscata was at third, so Easton Schmidt, the former second baseman, takes over for him there at the hot corner. So there you go, your changes for the Grants Pass Cavemen. Barrett getting ready to settle in now. Chase on the ball game today, 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on an error so far in this one. Was left stranded at third base his last time up. Piscata, recent graduate of Grants Pass High School, goes up and in a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Chase Barrett. Count is 0-1. Pesqueda ready to deliver once more. The 0-1 pitch is taken for a strike on the outside part. Go inside for a fastball, go outside for a fastball. Pesqueda working way ahead of Chase Barrett. Here's the pitch out of the windup. Inside fastball, fouled off by Barrett. Not a bad location that time from Pesqueda, still working ahead of Barrett here.
This guy's got some juice.
Yeah, he's throwing pretty hard. Pesqueda, the pitch, up and in again. Barrett chases for strike 3. Second time Barrett's down on strikes this afternoon, and it brings up Ty Teeters. Teeters in the ball game so far today, 1 for 2. He struck out in the third, singled in the fourth. Bats here with 1 gone in the 6th. Pitch on the way is going to miss up. 1-0 to Ty Teeters. After Teeters in the Falcons order, it's Harley Hoblet. Pitch on the way to Ty is going to miss up and away. Count is now 2-0 to the Falcons' second baseman. Ty Teeters has seen a much expanded role this summer for the Falcons as he takes that one up and in 3-0. He's already played in what will be his 10th game today. I don't know if he played in 10 games all spring for the Henley Hornets. 3-0. Misses outside. Teeters works a 4-pitch walk, and it brings up Harley Hoblet. Hoblet again with the hood underneath. We talked about it being the opposite color from the jerseys they were wearing. He's got that accomplished today with the blue hood on the red jersey. Good look, you think?
Looks good, looks good.
Okay. Pitch to Hoblet, misses up. 1-0.
How do you feel about Banana Ball?
That came out of left field, like the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
It is what it is. The 1-0 is going to move outside. It gets to the backstop. Ricochets hard, but Teeters still advances to second. I mean, I don't know. It's not baseball. It's something completely different, so I feel like it's almost impossible to really compare the two. I mean, like, obviously it's spawned from baseball, but it's a completely different sport.
It's baseball.
Okay, it's not. It's banana ball. It's completely different.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I would compare the two, yeah, for sure. But I don't know, man. I don't watch. I think banana ball is fun if you go, like, one time. But the fact that they're, like, expanding teams, making it a league, it's kind of becoming, I don't know. It's definitely not too big to fail. And I fear that if they become so big that they're going to fail. The 3-0 home to Hoblet misses in. And another walk issued to a Falcons player. Back-to-back walks from Pesqueda goes us back to the top for Carson Sims.
What do you mean that they're not too big to fail?
Well, I mean, like, they are an attraction, but if you start to grow and grow and grow, it's not like if you're in the NBA and you get an expansion team, it's, like, not going to hurt them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're not so big that if you start to expand, you start to go underwater. I feel like if you're the Savannah Bananas, they're starting to expand to, like, 4, 6, 8 teams.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like that's just too deep water for them. I don't know if you can maintain that. I feel like it's a traveling attraction. Like the Globetrotters have the Globetrotters and the Generals. And they've got a couple of traveling bands of those, but that's it. There's not, it's not like we're playing in a league.
I disagree with you.
Okay.
I think having a league is pretty darn cool, especially
Okay.
if you can have characters on your team.
How much banana ball are you watching?
I don't know, like a couple games, not that much.
Like clips on Instagram Reels?
Sure.
Okay.
Something like that.
You sat through a whole one of those yet?
I have not been to one of those yet.
Well, they televise them. They're on YouTube.
I've watched a couple on YouTube.
Okay.
I've seen clips, and then you like go up, and sometimes they have highlights.
Here's what I am excited about is I think later on in the year they've got glow-in-the-dark baseball coming to Reno. I'm going to try to peep that out. Cosmic baseball.
Oh.
No? So you're for banana ball, but against cosmic baseball. First pitch to Carson Sims, called a strike, by the way. Pardon me. Counts 1-1 to Carson. Runners at second and first. Teeters in scoring position. Hoblet aboard at first.
So what's lit up? What's glow in the dark?
The ball, the uniforms, the base paths.
Oh, the uniforms.
Pitch misses outside. 2-1. Yeah, everything is glow in the dark.
I feel like that would be really hard to track, like depth perception.
Yeah.
If you get a fly ball to the outfield, is it gone? Is it shallow?
Well, the ball's glow in the dark too.
Yeah, well, I know, but what do you have to judge it against? The darkness?
2-1, called a strike on the outside. That looked off the plate to Sims, but the count is 2-2. I don't know. I only watch clips of it online. I think it'd be fun to go to. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like if you it's like professional wrestling, right?
Okay.
if you have characters on teams and you have multiple teams in a league, you can say, oh, this team is going up against this team. What's the story of it? You know?
I suppose, but it's harder to script an outcome of a baseball game, unlike pro wrestling. I mean,
well, you don't have to script it. You just have to have the characters.
I suppose. The 2-2 on the way to Sims. He calls time, wants to reset himself. I don't know. Banana Ball's cool for what it is, but it's not baseball.
As long as you have different attractions, like, as long as each team is not the same in terms of what they can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 2-2. Misses away, 3-2. But then you also got, like, the umpires are a part of the show, too. So, and, like, there's that one guy who's the home plate umpire every game. He's the only character I know in Banana Ball, really.
The guy on the stilts?
No. The umpire who dances and does all those things.
No, I'm saying that the guy on the stilts is a character that you probably know.
I guess you're right. 3-2 pitch home to Sims. Fouled it straight back. 3-2 remains. The count to Carson.
What about the guy in left field that does a backflip every time he makes a catch?
Well, see, now I thought you'd do a trick and, like, you get a point or something like that.
Yeah.
So everyone can do backflips, right?
That's true, but, like, there's the guy that does it, that, like, started it. You know what I'm saying?
3-2 again to Carson Sims. That one is popped to the right side. Looks playable just beyond the cut of the infield dirt. And that one is put away by Holland. First put out since coming in as a defensive replacement. And there's 2 gone in the inning. Still 2 on here for Jacoby Tacchini.
Now, I'm probably getting a lot wrong about Banana Ball, and Mike Safford is, like, gritting his teeth right now.
No, he told me the same thing. We actually shared the opinion on this, that they're just completely different. You can't really compare the two, honestly. Pitch to Jacoby Tacchini. Bouncer to the third base side. Down the line, fair, and that's going to roll for a while. Rounding third and headed for home is Ty Teeters. In at third is Harley Hoblet. Sliding in safely with a double is Jacoby Tacchini, and RBI makes it 4-2 Falcons. So that brings up Ian Meyer with 2 men in scoring position and still 2 outs in the inning.
Did you see the kid that was brought into Banana Ball for, like, an inning?
That
was, like, the one umpire? Yeah.
I seen his clips on the internet, too. He slides around. That guy's cool.
That's how I feel refereeing little kids in the YMCA.
I hate to break it to you. That guy might look better than you out there with his sliding around. His hair's pretty good, too. First pitch to Meyer, called a strike.
I don't know.
0-1.
You've never seen me huffing and puffing down the sidelines.
I don't want to. Count is 0-1 to Meyer. He's got 2 hits today, 2 for 3, and a run scored for Ian. 2 men in scoring position. The pitch is called a strike. Meyer having a chuckle. Below the knee is a touch outside, but Meyer behind in the count 0-2. Pesqueda trying to get out of this inning, only allowing the 1 run to cross. But again, Hoblet at third and a runner at second. The pitch is swung on and missed. Pesqueda gets Meyer to chase the outside curveball, and that will end the inning. But again, the Falcons had a run on the RBI double from Jacoby Tacchini. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th on mybasin.com.
When your care feels complicated, you need someone who won't back away. At Heartfelt, they are known for taking on the cases others won't. Complex, high-risk, and deeply personal situations that deserve real attention. They specialize in minimally invasive procedures, helping you heal faster and get back to your life, your family, your work. And they are here for the long term, not just one visit. No referrals needed, just care that truly shows up for you. Visit heartfeltobgyn.com or call 541-205-6890. Heartfelt OBGYN. Expert care when it matters most.
At Pacific Power, we can't predict the future, but we're preparing for every possibility. With more extreme weather year-round, we're investing in an energy system ready for what comes next. By strengthening the grid, using smart infrastructure, and drawing from our diverse energy resources, we're not just powering today. We're designing an energy system that's built to weather tomorrow. Energy that makes powering your greatness possible.
Bottom of the 6th inning, middle of the Caveman order to up as they trail the Falcons 4-2 here at Grants Pass High School. Home of the Cavemen. Just over the center field fence is, of course, the softball complex, football complex back behind us, behind home plate. Located right here off of A Street, downtown Grants Pass. Pesqueda digging in now. He's 0 for 1 today. He did walk in the first inning, and he grounded out in the third. Max Rogers still out there working for the Falcons. The first pitch misses upstairs, maybe a touch out. Count is 1-0. Pesqueda, Glenn, and Holland do up this half inning for the Cavemen, as again they trail by 2.
It's tough to speculate that anything misses outside with this umpire.
Fly ball, shallow right field. Hamilton coming in, called off by Teeters, the second baseman who makes the catch. And there's one gone. Yeah, we were kind of talking about it in between innings a little while ago. The umpire giving the pitchers that outside call. He's been pretty consistent with it, though, and so if you're consistent with it, I'm not going to be upset. But the umpires seem to be giving pitchers the river a little bit more. The space in between home plate and the line for the batter's box. I think that's kind of a new thing for youth baseball. Hold that thought. Another grounder towards the right side. This time Meyer plays the grounder from Glenn on 2 hops. Takes it to the bag himself, 3 unassisted. Quickly 2 outs here in the 6th. But I suppose if you're going to be consistent with it, I can't complain. Here is Cam Holland getting ready to step in now. Holland started the game on the hill. He's since moved over to play second base. So far today, 0 for 2. He flew out in the first and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Pitch on the way from Max Rogers is called a ball. Misses outside there, 1-0. After Holland in the order, if he gets a chance, it's Nevin Diotti due up next. Rogers with the 1-0. Misses away, 2-0. Grants Pass scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third. They've since been kept off the board. Klamath Falls scored 2 in the 4th and 1 in each the 5th and 6th innings to climb out to a 4-2 advantage this afternoon. The 2-0 pitch from Rogers misses in near the hands, 3-0. Rogers, by the way, I know he's behind 3-0 here, but in the 5th, got out of that inning on 9 pitches. Worked quickly to 2 outs here in the 6th, trying to finish off Cam Holland. The 3-0 pitch. Called a strike, let her high, outer third. 3-1 as Rogers looks to battle back against Cam Holland. Tacchini delivers the sign, gives the target. Looks like he's calling for it in a similar spot. The 3-1 is going to just miss up. And that'll be a walk to Cam Holland, bringing up Nevin Diotti with 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. Diotti is 0 for 1 today. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Otherwise, he flew out in the 4th.
Now, there's a lot of old heads that are making fun of the new gear coming out nowadays.
Yeah.
And you being an old head,
okay.
I want to know your opinion on like the sliding mitts, the sliding gloves.
I think the sliding mitts make sense for pro players, maybe college players. Everyone else is just trying to emulate. That pitch misses upstairs, 1-0.
Okay,
the whole point for a sliding mitt is to protect your hand against a tag or like a ball coming in against you, and you're not getting tagged that hard in high school baseball. You can handle it.
So I was right. You are an old head.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Go up there with no batting gloves, and you're immediately my favorite player on whatever team. The 1-0 pitch is a grounder towards the left side, 1-1.
Well, what if you like resin or rosin?
The pine tar?
The pine tar, yeah.
Yeah, dude, grip that with your bare hands. Get up there like, who am I thinking of? There's a guy on the Astros, or at least that's when I last saw him, Evan Gaddis. Got on there, left-handed hitter, pine tar, no batting gloves, big old forearms, ball player.
Yeah, but what do you do when you have to put your hand into your glove? You don't want to get that all nasty.
Live with it. Also, if you're a catcher, a little sneaky pine tar on the hands never hurt you when you return the ball back to the pitcher. Put a little illegal substance on the ball. You get away with it. I'm that much of an old head, Walter.
Yeah.
Finding ways to bend the rules of a 150-year-old game. That pitch misses in the turf.
Except you hated it.
2-1.
You hated it when it was against the Dodgers.
Well, okay. Let's rephrase what kind of cheating we're talking about here.
Okay.
Let's rephrase. What level? There are levels to this.
Only a little bit of cheating is fine. Josh Eldridge, 2026.
Look, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But here's the thing. You can't use technology to get on your side. The 2-1 pitch misses upstairs, 3-1. Nevin Diotti working ahead of Max Rogers here, who walked Cam Holland with 2 outs, in danger of issuing another walk to Nevin Diotti. But here we go. Craig Connor up and out of the dugout, along with Jacoby Tacchini and the rest of the Falcons infield, talking things over. Don't know if we had someone warming up out there, maybe just trying to have a quick chat with Rogers. Regardless, gives us an opportunity to remind you today's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you in part by the Pacific Power Foundation. Want to give a big thanks to the folks down at Pacific Power for coming on for another season of Klamath Falls Falcons baseball and supporting our broadcasts all summer long. Rogers stays in the game. Just a quick chat. A 3-1 count remains, though, on Nevin Diotti.
He's played well.
Yeah, he's pitched an inning and 2/3. First outing of the season. He gave up a walk. He's in danger of doing the same here to Diotti, but he's producing weak contact when guys make contact, and for Rogers, that's the key to success for him. Maybe doesn't have all that swing and miss stuff yet, but if you can get guys to roll over it, you'll be just as effective. The 3-1. Swung on and missed 3-2.
Would you look at that?
Swing and a miss, huh?
Swing and a miss.
Prove me wrong. Hey, I told you, I'm happy to be proven wrong all day long, okay?
Hey, you got to give – so there's the broadcaster's curse, right? But if you curse the curse, then it's the opposite, right?
We've got to reverse engineer it.
It's the broadcaster's blessing.
3-2, swung on and missed. And Diotti down on strikes to end the inning. Falcons maintain a 2-run lead as we go to the top half of the 7th next on mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Josh Eldridge and Walter Hartley back with you here on 104.3 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Getting ready for the top of the 7th inning. Check the line score for each of these two teams today. For the Falcons, 4 runs, comes on 7 hits. They've committed 1 error. For the Cavemen today, 2 runs on 1 hit. They've committed 4 errors today. So we get ready for the top of the 7th. Corbin Hamilton, first pitch swinging and a ground ball into right field for a single. Hamilton now 2 for 3 today. Singled in the 5th as well. Brings up Jacoby Nickerson here for the Falcons. Nickerson today 2 for 3 as well. Singled in the 4th and singled in the 5th. Drove in a run on that latter at-bat. All right. Pitch on the way to Nickerson. He's showing bunt. Pulls back on a pitch that misses in. Count is 1-0 to Nickerson. P.J. Safford is on deck for the Falcons. Nickerson, along with those 2 singles in his 2 previous at-bats, also grounded out in the 2nd. Left-handed bat for the Falcons awaits the 1-0 pitch. Showing bunt again, pulls back again, although this time it was called a strike, knee-high over the heart of the plate. Count is even at a ball and a strike. Coach Teeters issuing a new set of signs from the third base coaching box. By the way, right-hander warming up for the Falcons in their bullpen looks like Ty Teeters. 1-1, Nickerson shows bunt again, pops it foul, 1-2.
Looks like he was in the motion of pulling it back.
Yeah, still made contact with his bat, though. So now with 2 strikes on Nickerson, likely going to be swinging away here.
My least favorite way to get a strike is when it's behind you and then you forget to pull your bat down.
That's always tough, especially when it's coming at you if you think you're going to get hit by a pitch or something. 1-2, Nickerson rolls over it, foul. Yep, and can see it now. See the number 7 across his back. That is Ty Teeters warming up in the Falcons bullpen. Ball and 2 strikes to Nickerson once more. The delivery from Eric Piscata. The 2nd inning of his relief appearance today. That one misses outside. Count is still 2-2. Nickerson putting up a good battle here. He did earlier as well and was rewarded for it with the RBI. Seen a lot of pitches today. Looks comfortable up there on the left side. 2-2 again to Nickerson. Misses away, 3-2. And again, Nickerson battling the count full after dropping behind 0-2. Hamilton aboard first after the leadoff single. They check on him over there, but he dives back safely. Pesqueda set again to Nickerson. The 3-2, ripped foul again. That went out by the tennis courts. Count stays full to the Falcons' designated hitter. Nickerson looks relaxed in that left-handed batter's box. Waits the full count offering again. This one misses up and away. Nickerson works a walk. 2 on to start the 7th. And here comes P.J. Safford. Safford still looking for his first hit today, although he does have an RBI on a sacrifice fly from the 4th inning. He's also grounded out and struck out today, but a golden opportunity to try to push the Falcons even further in front. Their 4-2 advantage was built in the 6th inning. Pesqueda set. First baseman Glenn playing in front of the runner, maybe trying to protect a bunt as Safford looks to lay it down, pops it way foul.
That's into the tennis courts.
Yeah. That one was hit hard foul. Safford looking to get that one down a bit. But, I mean, Pesqueda trying to pitch up to a guy you know is bunting is a sound strategy. Try to get him to pop it up like he just did. Luckily for Safford, that one was in foul territory, so he gets another chance here in an 0-1 count.
What do you do there? Do you pull back and then try to swing if you know he's pitching up?
Just try to lay it down and get up there. The 0-1 misses away, 1-1.
Because I've seen some times where guys will they'll show bunt, then pull back, and then rip one.
Yeah, but I think in this situation, they want Safford to just try to get it down to advance the guys over, especially with no outs. 1-1. He's showing again, and he gets it down. Pitcher up with it, plays at first base. They get him, but both men advance. Safford does his job. Hamilton to third, Nickerson into scoring position here for Chase Barrett.
We're kind of lucky he didn't go for 2 because Safford might not have gotten down the line in time to make it safely to first.
Well, thankfully, the pitcher's back was to second base, and so didn't really have a play on it. Now the infield comes in for the Cavemen as they're going to try to cut down Hamilton on a ground ball in the infield. Barrett hitting now. The first pitch is a check swing on a pitch that misses up. Counts 1-0 to Barrett. He struck out twice today, but he also reached on an error in the 4th. Ball in play here. If he's able to find one, might just score a run, but instead he watches ball 2 miss upstairs. After Barrett in the order is Ty Teeters. Pesqueda working out of the windup. Timeout and that's a balk by the pitcher. And in the windup, he showed the ball to the catcher, wanting him to show a new sign, but a balk, scores a run. And it's 5-2 Falcons. Nickerson advances to third, and a freebie there for the Falcons in the 7th inning. And that's going to prompt Coach to come on out of the dugout and take the ball from Pesqueda. That'll do it. And we're going to see a pitching change here for the Caveman. We'll step aside here in the top of the 7th inning of a 5-2 ball game. Back after this on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
New pitcher into the ball game for Grants Pass. Looks like it'll be number 8. We'll find out here on the lineup card for you. Let's see. They didn't put subs on their lineup. Let's see. Cruz Carnes is number 8. He is in pitching, replacing Pesqueda out there. And it is still Chase Barrett at the plate in a 2-0 count. Runner at third is Jacoby Nickerson. Hamilton scored on a balk a moment ago, making it 5-2 Falcons. The pitch from Carnes is hit hard by Barrett, deep to left field. Diotti having to go back near the wall, but he makes the catch. Tagging from third, attempting to score is Nickerson, and he does. A sacrifice fly, and an RBI gives the Falcons a 6-2 lead in the top of the 7th inning. Ty Teeters batting now with the bases empty and 2 gone. Ty is 1 for 2 today. He struck out in the 3rd, singled in the 4th, and he walked and scored in the 6th. First pitch taking against Cruz Carnes says it's a 1-0 count. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we saw Carnes throw in the first game against the Falcons. Going to take a look at that box score again as the count is even to Ty Teeters.
I've seen, I think, 2 box in all of the games that we've called.
Doesn't happen often, but more of a, just can't make any movements out of the norm. Here's Teeters, ground ball to short. Powers up with it cleanly, throws to first in time, and that'll do it. But the Falcons score a pair, once on a balk, once on a sacrifice fly from Chase Barrett. They lead 6-2. We go to the bottom of the 7th as it's time to stretch and Grants Pass on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Well, at the bottom of the 7th inning, I'm a little bummed we didn't get the classic Take Me Out to the Ball game here at Grants Pass. But, Walter, I appreciate you serenading me in the meantime.
Sorry, that was the delay getting back.
Yeah, I had to finish.
Well, once you're on 2, you can't stop. You have to go 2, 3, you're out.
Yeah, okay. No, valid. I appreciate it. We should have saved it, though, for everybody listening at home.
I don't know about that one.
First pitch to Easton Schmidt. Catches the outside part. Counts 0-1 to the Cavemen second baseman. Pardon me, Schmidt now playing third base. He's 0 for 1 today, struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Max Rogers into his 3rd inning of work in relief, and he gets Schmidt to wave and miss at that one, works ahead 0-2. It's Schmidt, Ryan Stewart, and Ryan Sedivi do up this half. That's 7, 8, 9 in the Caveman order in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rogers shakes off Tacchini the first one. Timeout is called. Tacchini's going to go out and have a chat with him. Looks like they might have had their wires crossed out there. Tacchini, I think, just wanting to maybe work out the signs between himself and Rogers. It's a quick chat before Tacchini returns home behind home plate. All right, Rogers back on the hill in an 0-2 count against Easton Schmidt. And here's the pitch. Got him looking on the pitch up.
Well, their meeting must have worked out.
Got on the same page quick. Schmidt down on strikes for the 2nd time today, and it brings up Ryan Stewart. Stewart 0 for 2 today, struck out in the 2nd, flew out in the 4th. Bats here with the bases empty and 1 gone. Bottom of the 7th inning, a 6-2 ball game.
Have you seen the Monty Python World Cup sketch.
From where? Just
Monty
Python?
Yeah,
I have not watched very much old Monty Python.
Well,
I feel like I got to get on that though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's like a World Cup, and it's philosophers against each other.
So what made you think of it?
Oh, they're meeting out on the mound.
Okay.
Eureka! And they struck him out.
Okay. Good reference.
Never mind.
For someone who's seen it, I hope they like that one. The count's 0-2 to Ryan Stewart.
It's not funny when you have to explain it, Josh.
Sorry, I didn't know, man. I should have just let you roll with that one. The 0-2 is a grounder out towards second. Teeters charging. Up with it. Throw on to first is there. And quickly 2 outs in the 7th. Yeah, you got some of those deep cut references that are a little over my head, surprisingly.
I'm online too often. That's it.
I don't think you have to be online to know Monty Python, by the way. I feel like that's a pretty offline thing to get to know. So.
Well, for my generation, it's online.
I guess.
It's on YouTube, man.
Fair enough.
Go look it up.
Got some homework to do.
Yeah, during commercial break.
That's too quick. Here's Ryan Sadivy. First pitch. Misses up. Counts 1-0. That looked to be a good curveball there from Rogers, but it missed upstairs. Sadivy today 1 for 2. He singled in the 3rd and scored in that inning. He also struck out in the 5th. The 1-0 from Rogers. Misses outside. 2-0. You firing it up on the phone over there? I saw you typing something in.
No, I just had to confirm it was Monty Python.
Okay.
Call in the field stands. It is Monty Python.
It was under review. The 2-0 pitch is going to miss up 3-0. That was funny. Lineup turns over next for the Cavemen. Trayton Powers is on deck. Temperature hasn't dropped a bit in the 2 hours of game time so far. It was 87. First pitch, 86. Still now in the Climate City. 3-0. That one finds the zone, if not a touch outside. Rogers getting the benefit of the doubt there, and the count's 3-1.
Doesn't feel like the UV has dropped either. I can kind of feel a little bit of a burn coming on.
Yeah. No, it's a warm one with the sun on us now. 3-1 pitch. Same location as the 3-0, and he gets it across for a strike. The count's full. Good job, Rogers, battling back into this at-bat. Rogers from the windup. Here's the 3-2 once more. Chases the outside pitch for strike 3. The Cavemen down in order in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th next in a 6-2 ball game. The Falcons lead on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Nine, 1-2 for the Falcons due up in the top half of the 8th inning. Harley Hoblet, Carson Sims, and Jacoby Tacchini. As the Falcons lead 6-2. Here in the top of the 8th inning against the Grants Pass Cavemen independent team. They're not affiliated with any particular league, or I don't think American Legion either. I don't see the patch on their jersey or the flag, so I'm going to assume they're not fully affiliated with the Legion, but quality team, mostly made up of the Grants Pass High School varsity team from this last year. Finished 5th place in the Southwest Conference, 5th out of 7 teams in one of the larger leagues in the league. Or pardon me, in the classification in the 6A class. That pitch finds the outside corner. Hoblet watches a couple off the plate get called a strike against him, 0-2. Hoblet's 0 for 2 in the ball game, has flown out and grounded out so far along with a walk. 0-2 pitch, hit the opposite way on the ground and past the diving glove of the first baseman Ryan Glenn into right field. And a good piece of 2-strike hitting for Harley Hoblet there. Can see Carnes trying to ride that outside pitch. He got a couple ones called off the plate outside, tried to get Hoblet to maybe chase that outside pitch, but Hoblet let that one travel a little bit deeper into the zone, poked it the opposite way for his first hit of the day, and it brings up Carson Sims. Sims on the ball game today 0 for 3, although he did walk in the third to go along with a couple of flyouts and a ground out. Move over to first, Hoblet back safe.
Barely. Close play.
Sims going to have to wait again. They move over to Hoblet again, and he's just barely back safe once more. Worried about the center fielder over there on first. He gets back up and takes a quick lead. First pitch to Sims, showing bunt, lays it down the first base line. Up with it is Carnes. Throw to first is there, but they advance Hoblet into scoring position here for Jacoby Takini.
Now, a sacrifice fly doesn't count as an at-bat. Does a sacrifice bunt count as an at-bat?
Nope, counts all the same. All is the sacrifice.
Except for a ground ball that advances the runner because...
Well, because that's not, you're not intentionally sacrificing yourself on that one. So, like, even there was a play, I forget exactly who hit it, but it was a really high chopper down the third base side. Had that been a bunt, probably would have had the same result in a sacrifice, but because it was a full swing, yeah, no, that's a ground out.
But you can't. Okay, you said that you can't choose to sacrifice with the ground out, but you can sacrifice with a fly. I mean, if I'm up to bat, I don't know if I'm choosing to hit one up in the air versus one down on the ground.
Well, I mean, you can try your hardest. Hit
That's
one
true.
in the air when that's what's asked of you. Speaking of hitting one in the air, Takini blasts one to left field, although it's right at Nevin Diotti. And the catch is made for the second out of the inning. Ian Meyer getting ready to step in now. 2 for 4 for Ian. Single in the first and the fifth. And he also flew out in the fourth and struck out in the sixth. Meyer stepping in with a runner in scoring position in the person of Harley Hoblet. They bunted him into scoring position. Now Meyer trying to pick him up. Watches the first one miss up. Maybe a touch outside. Counts 1-0 to the Falcons' first baseman. Corbin Hamilton is on deck if the inning continues.
Now, if you're a catcher or a pitcher,
1-0, hold on. Fly ball, right field. This might do it. Snodgrass makes the catch. That'll end the inning. Falcons get a man into scoring position in the eighth, but they leave him there, although they do lead by 4. Head to the bottom half next on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Top of the Caveman order due up in the bottom of the eighth inning. Drayton Powers, Nate Bassett, Eric Piscata. And Max Rogers throwing well today for the Falcons, might I add. Came in the fifth, got through the fifth, sixth, and seventh. And only faced one over the middle, faced 10 batters so far today. It's a good outing for Max in his first one of the season today against the Grants Pass Cavemen. Like to see more of him throughout the week, depending on where his pitch count finishes up today. But I've been impressed with his work out there, huh, Walter?
Yeah. Well, I was saying that earlier, that he's pitched well today.
Had Teeters warming up earlier. We'll see if the Falcons wind up turning to him late. Ty has been used in that kind of closer role during the Henley prep season. P.J. Safford has been used in that closeout role for the Falcons this year. But, I mean, hey, if Rogers is throwing well, you could also just ride him and save pitching for the rest of the week. So those are the kinds of decisions that Coach Teeters makes in conjunction with Coach Craig Connor in the dugout. We'll see how it all plays out. But regardless, Rogers starting this eighth inning. And in steps Trayton Powers. First pitch on the way from the righty from Mazama is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Powers so far today 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice, but he also walked and scored in the first inning. Rogers with the 1-0. Swung on and missed, pulled back on the velo a little bit. That one might have been the curveball from Max. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. After Powers is Nate Bassett. Rogers with the 1-1. That one is going to miss up. 2-1. Not a bad pitch there from Rogers, just a touch out of the zone upstairs. And he falls behind to the leadoff hitter here in the 8th inning, Trayton Powers. 6-2 our score. The Falcons lead the Cavemen. The 2-1. Bouncer to Sims at short. Up with it on 2 hops. Meyer unable to pick it out of the turf, and Powers going to reach on the error, bringing up Nate Bassett. Bassett is 0 for the ball game today, although he does have 2 RBIs, once on a sacrifice fly in the first, grounded out in the third to earn an RBI. He also flew out in the 5th, and unproductive out that time, but a chance to make something happen here. He represents the game's, scores 6-2. I apologize there. Bassett, though, just trying to get on base. Like I said, the Cavemen don't need to get it all back here in the 8th, but getting 1 or maybe even 2 would be better. Make it manageable in the 9th inning as Rogers gets ahead on strike 1 to Nate Bassett. Rogers set again. Looks at the runner at first, but then motions home. That one is popped foul out of play. 0-2 to Bassett. Like I said, he hit a home run in the opener for the season series between these two teams back on June 10th. A 3-run home run in the first inning put the Caveman up in that one. He'd love to replicate that here in the 8th.
Now, you were a pitcher and a catcher.
Well, I didn't pitch very much. I pitched 1 game when I was in high school. I threw plenty of bullpens, but they never really gave me the ball until the last game of the season. They said, just have fun. And 3 up, 3 down.
Hey.
0-2 is going to miss outside, 1-2.
Anyways, where I was going with that is when you watch a ball game, who's your eyes in character? Who do you sympathize with the most? Are you looking at it from the perspective of the batter, or are you looking at it from the perspective of the defense, the 1 and 2 position?
Typically the defense. I think, the pitcher's really obviously where every play starts. As Rogers delivers 1, misses outside, 2-2. I tend to look at it through the eyes of the pitcher a lot because he starts every play, right? And every pitch is the chess match that he pretty much gets to decide what he wants to do, and the batter has to react to it. So even when, my team is up to bat, typically thinking about what's the pitcher thinking about. Bassett hits one high, deep to center field. Back near the wall is Hoblet, but he makes the catch by the wall for a loud first out in the 8th inning.
Yeah, the guy behind me in the stands brings up a good point. It's the same spot that he hit in the first inning, was it?
Yeah, that was a sacrifice fly from the first inning. But yeah, deep fly ball center field. He also flew out to center in the 5th. Bassett's got a couple of good blasts under his belt today, but none of them have dropped in for him.
The Carson Sims effect.
Yeah, that's been happening to him a bit too. It just happens throughout the course of a season. You see guys hit the ball hard and unable to find some green out there. Here's the pitch on the way. Called a strike. Whew. Rogers gifted that one there as he starts out the at-bat to Pesqueda. 0-1. Runner aboard at first is still Trayton Powers. Timeout called by the batter. Pesqueda steps out. He walked in the first inning. Grounded out in the 3rd, flew out in the 6th. Sims and Teeters playing double play depth with 1 out in the inning. Rogers delivers the pitch, a check swing at the plate, but Pesqueda didn't hold up in time, went around. And the count is 0-2 to the Caveman pitcher, former pitcher. Oh, pardon me, this is not Pesqueda in the order. It is the guy who replaced him out there. That's Cruz Carnes. Carnes in an 0-2 count. And here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch and a chopper sent out to short. Sims on to Teeters for 1. Teeters is upended at second base. And they're going to call the runner out, of course. And they're going to call the runner at first out as well. This is going to earn an argument from the Cavemen as Teeters was tripped up at second base and some boos raining in from the crowd as well. Teeters was upended. There's no doubt that contact was made, and you're not going to see a call get flipped on that one. So they're going to call it runner's interference to get the runner out at first to end the 8th inning. To the top of the 9th we go in a 6-2 ball game on 104.3 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
The neighborhood. Getting ready to lead off this half inning for the Falcons. Top of the 9th, it's Corbin Hamilton, Jacoby Nickerson, P.J. Safford in a 6-2 ball game that the Falcons lead. Coach Garrison has returned to the dugout after spending most of his time arguing the case at second base for that play that upended Ty Teeters. We were kind of talking about that play in the break. Walter, Teeters was taken out on the slide, and it was called interference on the runner despite Teeters being on top of the bag there. So umpire siding with the defender, and there's the out. Even Coach Teeters going over to have a chat with the Grants Pass coaches to see how they work out that play. I think timeout is called. Carnes was ready to throw. Batter wasn't ready. Umpire, I don't think, called time, but he called time after the pitch had already been thrown or was in the windup. Regardless, Hamilton in an 0-1 count. This time popped up to the right side, 0-2. Couple of instances there where Grants Pass maybe feels like they're already getting the short end of the stick when it comes to officiating, and then have a tough one go against you on defense or on offense, I suppose. And then that one, the pitcher was ready to throw. The batter wasn't ready. Regardless, Carnes comes right after Hamilton and sets him down on strikes for the first out in the 9th inning. Brings up Jacoby Nickerson. Nickerson is 2 for 3 today with an RBI and a run scored. 2 runs scored. He actually walked in the 7th and came in then as well to go along with his single and a trip around in the 4th. Pitch from Carnes, waved at and missed, 0-1. If you're curious for Grants Pass, who's due up in the bottom of the 9th, it is the middle of their order, Glenn, Holland, and Diotti. The 0-1 pitch to Nickerson, hit to right field. Snodgrass coming in, but that one drops down in front of him. And that's a base hit for Nickerson with 1 out in the inning. P.J. Safford getting ready to step in now for the Falcons. Safford today without a hit. A couple of sacrifices on the ledger for him. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI today. That sacrifice fly came back in the 4th inning. He's also grounded out and struck out so far today. Pitch on the way to Safford, fouls it straight back, 0-1. Road trip continues for the Falcons tomorrow up in Philomath against the Fightin' Jays. They'll play Eugene on Wednesday. Thursday, doubleheader in Salem, and then Friday playing Roseburg. A lot of games over the next 4 or 5 days for the Falcons. Then they return home for their first game at Kiger Stadium in over a week and a half on June 28th. Pitch in, Safford grounds it back up the middle, ricochets off the pitcher. The shortstop Powers throws on to second for 1, and he's out at second. And I think Nickerson thought he was going to be out anyway, so started peeling away from the base. Probably could have learned a lesson from Grants Pass. Slide hard into second base there, but I suppose afraid of it after that play went against the Cavemen on the previous time around. So pick and choose your battles, I suppose. Safford reaches on the fielder's choice. There's 2 outs in the inning, and here's Chase Barrett. Move over to first. Safford is back safe.
What do you think there, Josh?
I think Safford was back safe. The throw was right on time with him. Now Safford again, and he's again back safely. I mean, umpire's right there. Hard to disagree with him on that one.
Now with the sliding mitt, does it extend your hand a little bit?
Barrett hits one high, deep to left field. Diotti moving back a little bit, and he makes the catch. That will end the inning. We'll hold that thought for a different time, Walter, as the Falcons leave a runner stranded at first, and they lead 6-2. Last of the ninth, due up next for the Cavemen on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Bottom of the ninth inning, due up Ryan Glenn, Cam Holland, Nevin Diotti due up for the Cavemen. A 6-2 ball game. Max Rogers working out there for the Falcons. He's working well today as tries to close out the second win of the season for the Falcons over this Caveman squad. See what the Cavemen have to say of it. Like I said, middle of their order due up here. Sun's starting to peek into the grandstand a little bit. You can see it on the live stream. Maybe not. Maybe the scoreboard is perfectly blocking it right now, but the rays of sun shining in here at Grants Pass High School. Rogers getting ready to go to work here against the Cavemen. We'll see if they've got some guys in the order that don't typically bat, but it looks like it is Glenn here batting from the left side. And the first pitch to him is hit in the air to left, but it's hit foul. Safford giving a good chase, but no chance at that one as it winds up out of play. The count is 0-1 to Ryan Glenn, who today is 0 for 2. He flew out in the first, grounded out in the sixth. He walked in the fourth. Rogers hits the ball back, ready to deliver to the lefty Glenn. Cam Holland, I believe, is on deck for the Cavemen. Can't quite make out his number with the post there, but we'll let you know when he steps up. The 0-1 pitch is popped up in the infield. Safford makes the catch, one gone in the ninth.
Safford barely had to move on that one.
Yeah, and also with the sun behind him, a little bit easier than if that had been hit out to the outfield. Nice catch made, and it is Cam Holland getting ready to step in now for the Cavemen. Holland today 0 for 2 as well. He's flown out in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. He also walked in the sixth. Trying to get a rally started for the Caveman, desperately needing something here, down by 4 runs in the ninth. The pitch called a strike, nice one over the heart from Max Rogers. Holland stepping back in, all ready to hit once more. Rogers takes his time out there on the hill a little bit, wanting to settle in, take a deep breath. Now he steps, kicks, and delivers. The 0-1 misses away. 1-1. After Holland in the order is Nevin Diotti for the Cavemen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the ninth inning, 6-2. The Falcons lead. Curveball in is ripped to left field. And that gets down in front of Barrett and is overplayed a little bit in left, but it's not going to hurt the Falcons. The throw in might, but Meyer there to back it up. Staying at first is Holland on the 1-out single, and it brings up Nevin Diotti. First hit for the Cavemen since the 3rd inning. And it comes here in the ninth, trying to string a few more of those together for the boys in blue as Nevin Diotti steps in. Easton Schmidt is due up next after Diotti. He's patiently awaiting the outcome here. Diotti today hitless, but he was hit by a pitch in the second inning. He's also flown out and struck out so far. First pitch misses up from Rogers, 1-0. Not much of a lead off of first for Holland. The Cavemen going to be conservative, at least here early on the base paths if they try to make a comeback here in the ninth. Want to keep every duck on the pond that you can. Pitch in. Called a strike, count even, 1-1 to Diotti. Nevin Diotti started in left field today. Stands on the right side as Rogers checks over at first. Sees not much of a lead for Holland. Now motions home. Rogers drops in the off-speed pitch on the inside part. Uses it to get ahead. A ball and 2 strikes. Middle infield at double play depth, but Diotti's got speed. Going to be tough to turn him. The 0-2 from Rogers. Popped foul. Count still 0-2. That one hit off the underside of our overhang. Rattled right into the Falcons' dugout. Rogers gets a new baseball, and it's an 0-2 count still to Nevin Diotti. Falcons trying to end a 5-game winning streak for the Cavemen, trying to extend their own 6-game winning streak. Here's the 0-2. Looked at for a ball, just misses outside. 1-2. Rogers with a bit of a smile. He was hoping the umpire would gift wrap that one for him, but no dice here in the ninth. I believe the count is 1-2. Pitch from Rogers. Curveball misses up. Takini telling him to settle down out there. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nevin Diotti. And again, it's Easton Schmidt who's on deck for the Cavemen. Rogers set, and the pitch. It's going to miss wide, and a walk delivered to Diotti. Moves Holland up to second. Man in scoring position here for the left fielder. Schmidt today is 0 for 2. He struck out a pair of times. He's also walked once. Now he's back in the 4th inning. After Schmidt in the order is Dominguez. Pitch in is going to miss away. Important for Rogers here. Continue to throw strikes. Got a lead. Let the defense work behind you like you have the first 4 innings. He came out of the bullpen here. He's walked a batter. Allowed a single. 1-0 on the way. Now one's waved at and missed. Try to back pick the guy at first, but back safely is Diotti. Not a bad idea from Takini. He's been successful at that a number of times this year, but no dice that time around. And there's 1 strike on Easton Schmidt. Not much of a lead off a second for Holland. Again, the Cavemen playing conservatively as that pitch misses low. Maybe a touch outside from Rogers. 2-1 the count. No one warming up for the Falcons with the men on defense. Again, Teeters was getting warm-up tosses in earlier. Safford is a guy you could turn to if Rogers gets into some trouble. Here's the 2-1. Grounder up the middle. Hold everything. Sims tosses to Teeters for 1. On to first is in time. And a 6-4-3 double play will end the ball game. Rogers dances out of the jam to keep a 6-2 victory for the Klamath Falls Falcons. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to recap this one for you on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Looking for insurance from someone who truly understands rural Klamath? Meet Gabby Haskins, a licensed agent for Country Financial, born and raised in Merrill, with deep roots in agriculture and the local way of life. Whether you're protecting your family farm, homes, vehicles, businesses, Gabby's here to help. She offers trusted, personalized insurance for farm, life, home, auto, commercial, and retirement needs at Gary Sheen's Country Financial office in Merrill. Stop by today and see why Merrill residents trust one of their own. Country Financial, here to help you experience more in Merrill.
Final score today from Grants Pass High School. The Falcons extend their winning streak to 7 games after a 6-2 victory against the Grants Pass Cavemen. 6 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Falcons today. They leave 9 runners on base for Grants Pass. 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 errors. They leave 4 runners on base today. The winning pitcher is Max Rogers, who came in relief, pitched 5 innings, giving up a hit. He walked 2 and struck out 4. The game's losing pitcher is Cam Holland, who pitched 5 1/3 innings today, giving up 6 hits, 4 runs. They were each earned. He walked 3, and he struck out 5. Some offensive notables today for the Klamath Falls Falcons. A 2-for-5 day for Ian Meyer, and runs scored for him. A 2-for-4 day for Corbin Hamilton, and 2 runs scored for him. 3-for-4 for Jacoby Nickerson. He was able to have a pretty good afternoon. RBIs for P.J. Safford and Chase Barrett. Ty Teeters also went 1-for-3 on the afternoon. With this win, the Klamath Falls Falcons improved to 10-1 on the season. With this loss, the Grants Pass Cavemen fall to 6-3. The road trip continues for the Falcons tomorrow, making the trip up I-5. They're taking on the Philomath Fightin' Jays tomorrow afternoon at 6 o'clock. That's our next broadcast here on mybasin.com. Walter, any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up today from Grants Pass?
No, it was a good game. Good job to the Cavemen. This is one of the closest games that the Falcons have had this season. So good job to you.
6-2, the final score tonight. The Klamath Falls Falcons with a win against the Grants Pass Cavemen. Want to thank everybody involved with making today's broadcast possible. Both head coaches, Coach Garrison for the Cavemen, Coach Teeters for the Falcons. Our official scorer today was Rob Sims. Appreciate him keeping the book for us. And thanks to you for joining us for another edition of Klamath Falls Falcons baseball. Our season continues again tomorrow at 6 o'clock in Philomath. But until then, my name is Josh Eldridge. For my partner Walter Hartley, so long and good night from the Climate City of Grants Pass, Oregon.